Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful spoilers and updates suggest that Katie Logan, Heather Tom, might collapse and require Luna Nozawa's, Lisa Yamada, heart. Is it possible that a new transplant could occur after the car accident Luna was apparently just part of? Luna was under the impression that she was successfully evading the police and maintaining her freedom, but then, out of nowhere, a vehicle came barreling towards her. This unexpected turn of events could potentially lead to some serious injuries for Luna. In the unfortunate event that Luna ends up brain dead, there's a possibility that some of her organs might still be viable for donation. This situation brings us to some fascinating hints that the show has been subtly dropping lately concerning Katie. The writers of B&B have certainly been emphasizing the likelihood of a medical crisis for Katie, especially given all the stress that Luna's situation has been causing her. There have been several indications pointing to Katie's delicate heart and whether it can withstand all this pressure. Naturally, Katie has also been frantically running around in a desperate search for Luna during this extensive manhunt. This frantic activity could further exacerbate the strain on her heart, potentially leading to a collapse in the near future. From a medical perspective, it has been quite a few years since Katie's last heart transplant, making it quite plausible that she may require another one at this point. If that's the case, could it be possible for her to receive Luna's heart after this car incident? If that were to happen, Luna might just find a way to achieve a bit of redemption as she exits the scene, even though it may seem too little too late. While it won't erase the terrible actions Luna committed during her life, her passing could potentially spare the life of Will Spencer's, Crew Morrow, mother. There's no certainty that this will unfold as expected, but Katie's recent heart problems have certainly drawn attention and seem to be leading to something. The series may be preparing for a shocking heart transplant storyline, so keep an eye out for any thrilling updates that may arise. Could Luna's heart be the key to saving Katie from a dire outcome? Will B&B offer Luna a chance at redemption through her tragic departure? The halls of Forrester Creations were unusually quiet on a crisp Los Angeles morning, the silence thick with tension and unspoken fears. Inside her office, Katie Logan felt a sharp, gripping pain in her chest. A pain that had been lurking in the shadows for weeks, but now demanded her full attention. She tried to brush it off, clutching her desk as the room spun. But the world didn't wait for denial, and neither did fate. "Katie?" Brooke's voice echoed down the hallway, startled and anxious. The older Logan sister burst into the room just as Katie's knees buckled. Brooke lunged forward, steadying her sister just before she collapsed onto the carpet, eyes wide with shock and fear. "Katie, oh my God!" At that moment, the Forrester offices erupted into chaos. Liam and Steffi, alerted by the commotion, were already on their way. Finn, who had been working late in the medical wing of the hospital, received a frantic call from Brooke that shook him to his core. Katie collapsed. She's not responding properly. I need you here, Finn." Finn didn't hesitate. His heart pounded as he raced through the corridors, remembering his previous encounters with medical emergencies, some tragic, some miraculous. But nothing had prepared him for this. Katie, a woman who had always been the anchor of the Logan family, now lay vulnerable and fragile, fighting for her very life. The diagnosis was swift, merciless, and unforgiving: end-stage heart failure. Katie's heart, overworked and worn from years of stress, love, and grief, could no longer sustain her. The prognosis was grim. Without a transplant, Katie's days were dangerously numbered. Enter Luna, an unexpected and controversial character who had captured the hearts of many. Luna's own story had been a whirlwind of triumphs and trials, secrets and heartbreaks. But now, in a twist of fate that only the Forrester Logan universe could conjure, Luna's heart was a potential lifeline for Katie. Finn, always professional yet deeply empathetic, immediately began the complex work of preparing for the delicate transplant. Meanwhile, tensions at Forrester Creations simmered. Brooke, ever the protective sister, clashed with Ridge over the next steps. Ridge, torn between his love for Brooke, his responsibility to the Forrester legacy, and the moral and ethical quagmire of using Luna's heart, found himself at odds with everyone he cared about. Ridge, we can't wait, Brooke cried, pacing the floor. Katie's life is on the line. We have to do this, but Brooke. Ridge countered, his voice tight. Luna she's fragile. This isn't just about saving Katie. It's about deciding whose life takes precedence. The ethical tension wasn't confined to Ridge and Brooke. Wyatt, who had formed an unexpected bond with Luna, felt the weight of potential loss pressing down on him. He confronted Finn with raw emotion, his hands trembling. Finn, I can't let this happen. Wyatt's voice cracked. Luna's like family now. She's the only one I have who's truly honest, who's real. You're talking about taking her away from us, Finn, unshaken yet compassionate, tried to explain. Wyatt, Luna's decision isn't yours or mine. It's hers. She has the right to save a life, and Katie needs a heart now. We're talking hours, Wyatt, hours. We don't have time to debate morality. As this ethical storm brewed, fate threw another curveball. Luna, on her way to the hospital, was involved in a terrifying car crash. The scene was chaotic, police lights flashing, paramedics rushing, debris scattered across the asphalt. Finn and Wyatt arrived moments after, their hearts pounding, only to witness Luna being lifted onto a stretcher. The irony was cruel. Luna's own survival was now uncertain, yet her heart had the potential to save Katie. Finn, steeling himself, knew the medical reality. Even in trauma, some organs could be preserved for transplant, but time was critical. He immediately coordinated with the surgical team, praying that Luna's heart could survive the transplant process despite her accident. Back at Forrester Creations, the news hit like a tidal wave. Brooke clutched her head, heart racing. Oh no, Luna, she whispered, fear and guilt mingling in her eyes. Steffi's expression was equally torn. She had grown to care for Luna and respected her unyielding spirit. The hospital scene was intense. Finn stood over Luna's unconscious form, monitoring every vital sign, every heartbeat. Wyatt paced impatiently outside, tormented by the thought of losing the one person he had come to trust in a world of deception and betrayal. Finn, what if she doesn't make it? Wyatt's voice trembled. Katie needs her heart, Finn. But Luna, she's everything. Finn took a deep breath, steadying his own fear. We have to act. Luna's heart can save Katie, but Luna herself is in danger. The next hour will decide everything. Every second counts. In a tension-filled montage, the surgical team prepared the operating rooms for a dual emergency. Luna needed life-saving intervention after her car crash, and Katie needed a heart transplant to survive. Finn and his team worked feverishly, coordinating with every specialist available. Nurses and surgeons moved like clockwork, yet the emotional weight of the situation threatened to slow the process. Back in the waiting area, Ridge and Brooke sat in stunned silence. Ridge's hands shook as he tried to process the gravity of the situation. Brooke, usually a tower of composure, wept quietly. It's so unfair, she whispered. Why does it always come down to this? Wyatt, meanwhile, struggled with conflicting emotions. His loyalty to Luna and his deep respect for Katie's resilience collided violently. In a quiet moment, he whispered to Ridge, if Luna dies, I don't know how I can forgive myself, or anyone else. Finn returned briefly to the waiting area, his face grave but controlled. Both surgeries are critical. Luna's injuries are serious but not necessarily fatal. Katie's transplant window is narrow, but we can do this. It will take every ounce of focus and luck we have. As the surgical teams worked, a montage of memories played through the minds of those waiting. Katie remembered her children, her sisters, her life filled with trials and triumphs. Luna, unconscious but still fighting, reflected the resilience that had defined her journey. Brooke and Ridge recalled decades of love, conflict, and family drama, moments that now felt fragile and precious. Hours passed. The tension in the hospital was almost unbearable. Nurses whispered, monitors beeped, and every footstep seemed magnified in the charged air. Then the pivotal moment arrived. Luna's heart was deemed viable. Finn, with unwavering precision, began the transplant procedure. The surgery was tense and meticulous. Every incision, every stitch, every pulse of Luna's heart mattered. Finn whispered reassurances, not just to his patient but to himself. Come on, come on. We can do this. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity, the heart transplant was completed. Katie's vitals stabilized. Her pulse, once weak and erratic, now beat with a strength she hadn't felt in years. The miracle of modern medicine and Luna's bravery had converged in one life-saving moment. Brooke wept openly when Finn emerged from the operating room. She's going to live? Brooke asked, her voice choked. Finn nodded, exhausted but relieved. Katie's stable. She has a new heart, a new chance. But she'll need careful monitoring and a lot of rest. Wyatt, overwhelmed with relief, finally allowed himself a tear. She made it. Luna made it, he whispered, the emotional weight of the past hours finally breaking through. Thanks for watching this video and please subscribe our BOLD and BUTI Fuel UPDAT YouTube channel for more update news.